Welcome, everyone. I am beyond psyched to be here today with Melvin Crawley. Melvin, welcome. It's great to have you here.
Great to be here. An honor to be here talking with the Gloria MacDonald.
So, Melvin, how long have you been in network and affiliate marketing?
So to say that, I have to kind of give you a little backstory. And this is something
Okay.
that you may not know, many people don't know, but um, literally my family has been entrepreneurs. So what you don't know is I actually own a restaurant franchise here. I own 8 restaurants and I own a funeral home. And the reason why I got into network marketing is because my father has always been in network marketing. And even though our family owned businesses, he gave me this one piece of advice. And
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you this, and this will probably get value. I said, hey, cool, Dad. You know, we're doing all these businesses. We got it. And why are you doing network marketing? And he said, come closer. And he pulled me by the shirt. He said, son, listen to me. If you can count your money, you're not making enough. Doesn't matter what you do. That you always, always, always have a business that you don't have to buy, pay for employees, pay liability insurance. That business is network marketing. He said it's very easy to do. And he said the amount of risk is extremely low. Cost us $250,000 about a restaurant, for one restaurant.
Yeah.
And that's just a startup. And so that was my journey into network marketing because he said, you know, you never know when you might need it. And he said, you're just going to have to learn to compress time as an entrepreneur. And that's kind of how I grew up. And so I've been in network marketing actually going on 22 years.
Wow. How cool is that to have a dad who was an entrepreneur and so you saw your father be successful as a network marketer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was wildly. Well, what intrigued me was he was wildly successful at it. And, you know,
Mhm.
he started with this old company. His first success was this old company called A.L. Williams, which is now Prime America. So he started
Okay.
there. And I could not figure out how he did what he did. He didn't have any social media, but he was
Right.
putting thousands and thousands of people into this thing. And he was using this restaurant as a way to also broadcast to the customer. So, you know, he said, hey, remember this, everyone has to eat. That's why we have restaurants. He said, unfortunately, everyone has to leave this earth. So he's like, you got to get them coming. You got to get them going. I'm just like, wow.
Wow. How cool is that to have a dad like that? Honestly, I
Oh,
hope you
very cool.
you appreciate,
I
his
do.
wisdom. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do. He's retired now, but he's enjoying everything. So I just kind of took it online. So I definitely learned a lot from him and just took this journey to the online world, which is very new for me
Right.
when I first got into it. So
Yeah, well, I'm probably kind of like your dad, having started 45 years ago when there was no social media,
wow, wow,
nothing. Yeah.
wow.
So, yeah, that was a tough road to hoe back then. Let me tell you, this is a piece of cake now.
Yeah, I remember back in those days when I would wonder how he would do it. He would have this. See, we got a phone now. He had the Rolodex, and
Yeah.
he would flip through it, and then every time he had a meeting, he would have this sign-in sheet. Then he would have this sign-in sheet at the restaurant. Then he would do little deals with other businesses to allow him to promote his other things in there. And next thing I know, everywhere you went, there was my father's advertisement. He would have this poster board everywhere you went at soccer games, and that is how he drew his traffic. And they would all like call in, and he would have an assistant to just take their name and number, and that's how he built his list.
Wow. Yep, that's it. So fast forward to 2024, and aren't we fortunate that we don't have to
Yes,
do that anymore? So both of us, you and I both agree, we're totally passionate about having multiple streams of income. I mean, you
exactly.
just talked about, you grew up with your dad telling you have multiple streams of income, right? And fortunately for both of us, we both found Nexus Rewards. So tell me why Nexus Rewards is one of your top choices.
And actually, as multiple streams of income, the reason why I could not just resist the urge to really just dive in this thing head first is number one, it's just the timing. And a lot of times, people don't understand this. We say it all the time, what's timing, what's timing. And so when we talk about great timing, we're talking about where the people are in such a drastic need of something that
Mhm.
we actually are first to market in our industry to provide it. That's what I mean by timing. And right now, everyone knows that we're in a cost of living crisis. And then when you're in a cost of living crisis, you have to have a solution to those people. And the one most powerful thing that I actually did with the first person I enrolled, which is one of my leaders, Bambi, who actually was on the leaderboard. I said, Bambi, before I told her what Nexus Rewards was, I said, do this. I said, write down on a piece of paper all of your expenses. And she was like, what, are you like my financial advisor? I said, no, seriously, just do it. Just please do it for me. She wrote them down. I looked at them. I said, okay, what if I told you for 34 cents a day, you can slash some of these in half? She's like, huh? I'm like, this is Nexus Rewards. And I was like, I challenge anyone, if you're watching this right now on Gloria's channel, write down all of your expenses and look at them and add them up. And I can tell you from my case, me using all the services in my screenshots, I went from paying $13,256 a year with my insurance, with my utilities, with everything that I do, to now using Nexus Rewards religiously. And I am projected to literally save $6,495. I've literally slashed my yearly in half. For me, the membership has already paid for itself after I use the bill reduction services, after I use the benefits, after I use everything. So I literally am now in the green, whether I build this business anymore or not. And that's what I saw. I'm like, people are in the green immediately on the first day they use it. And so
Yeah.
for me, that was the most attractive thing I've seen, because it doesn't matter what business you do, you're going to always kind of start off in the red, and you're going to be in the red until you, if you're a good recruiter, if you have, if you're Gloria MacDonald or any one of the top people, then obviously you know how to get out of the red. But for the average person
Yeah.
that is looking at this, they're like, man, even though it's a $9.95 business, how do I get out of the red? Well, just use the service. You're out of the red in first 2 hours. So
Yeah.
that was the turning point for me. That was where I literally just turned all of my attention to it and said, hey, look, I know there are people in the industry that do other things. And I reached out to another one of my leaders, and she's in the health and wellness business. And I sat down and had a conversation with her. I said, listen, we have a platform that I think everyone should add to their menu. And I call multiple streams of income a menu because I relate to it that way. Because, Gloria, when you go to a restaurant, if they only had steak, well, all you can eat is steak. Well, they have steak, they have seafood, they have fish. And so when you are preparing your offers, and I call it, everything that you do offers, sometimes and people don't understand, it's okay to have a menu because, different show for different folks. So I said,
Absolutely.
listen, add this to your menu because it's going to appease everyone. And she says, well, how's this going to happen? I said, well, let's be serious here. And I'm going to be serious because I'm in a health and wellness business too. My auto ships have dropped like crazy. Okay. They can't afford the $100 a month.
Right.
How about yours?
Yep.
Let's be real. I'm like, okay, because we're in business, and I know business by the numbers. And I said, did your auto ships drop? She said, yeah, they dropped. I said, well, listen, why did they drop? I reached out to 3 customers. And you know what they told me? My bills have went up too much, and I have to make tough choices. And it's either auto ship or feed my family. I'm like, oh. And I said, how do you help a person like that? Well, you show them Nexus Rewards, and yeah, it's $9.95, but if you help a customer get back $500 a month in expenditures, guess what? They will actually maybe get back on your auto ship. So this is like what the industry needed. So that's why I saw this as such a big thing.
Absolutely. And, not only the timing in terms of, because you talked about timing quite a while ago, the timing in terms of, where we're at in the economy right now and people just hurting, but also the timing just in terms of getting into Nexus Rewards right now, because this thing is just, it's really just starting,
Oh,
right? And it's
yeah.
about to explode.
Oh man. Yeah. We're on the verge. I tell people that you can get in at the top of the mountain while the bottom is still getting built, because I think there's maybe 7,000 people, if I'm not mistaken, between
Yep,
6
right
and
around that.
7,000. And can you imagine with the parts of the compensation plan that pay you for people that you don't even know that could possibly potentially fall into your organization? Can you imagine just being at this spot and just holding your position and just having those individuals just kind of drop in there, because we're just so early. So I tell people, like, a lot of times when you see those leaders at the top, it's because they stay patient, and they rode this thing. And so when the bottom of the mountain gets built, that's where all your leaders are. And sometimes you will have leaders that, well, hey, they're not the greatest recruiters, but they just utilize the very uh, good thing of using timing, and they put people in position, and the timing is what carried them through.
Absolutely. And you hit the nail on the head. You talked about patience, and I've seen so often it just kills me to see people, they think they're going to make $5,000 in their first week and without recruiting anybody. It's like, well, no, that doesn't happen, guys. That doesn't happen.
No.
But and so they give up, they quit, and it's only $9.95 a month. And like you were saying, if you use any of the apps or any the bill reduction program, you're going to save way more than $9.95 a month. So why wouldn't you just
Oh
be
yeah.
patient,
Yeah.
right?
And it's just patience, and it's just common sense. And again, and when you say people, and you're right, people say, man, I haven't recruited anyone. And I tell people in this business, like, don't try to go out and recruit. Try to ask people about the cost of living crisis. Start the conversation about cost of living. It's very easy to start up. Someone's going to complain about something when you say, hey man, what do you think about this economy? Oh my God. And
Right.
there's your doorway. You don't really have to recruit. You can literally just talk about this thing and just invite them to let the professionals explain it. And like one of your presentations, or pop one of your videos, say, hey, listen, here's this video by Gloria MacDonald. She talks about this thing. Just take a little bit of time and watch this and see how you can get some value. So I think this is something you look at it in a different way, because the the service has such a strong selling point, because
Yeah.
people that are in debt, they know they're in debt.
Yeah. Yeah, they do, right? So, Melvin, what do you think has been, because congrats, kudos to you. You've been growing your team really quickly. You're right
Thank
up
you.
there on the leaderboard. What do you think has been your secret to success?
So the number one secret to anything, and I'm going to give you some nuggets here, because normally I actually teach a class of entrepreneurs every Monday, but I'm going to give you guys something that's really, really cool that you'll actually love. My thing is, when you are presenting a program and you really want your team to duplicate, what you have to do is, number one, maybe you're the leader, maybe you're on Gloria's team. What you have to do literally is you have to give people something to lose. And so one of my biggest things, and yeah, we're going to utilize FOMO because it works. Let's be honest. So give
Yep.
people something to lose. Say, listen, we have these apps that we're giving away. They're free. They could save you a ton of money on gas, but after tomorrow, I don't know if they're going to be available anymore. So if you come to the Zoom or you come to our meeting, you may want to utilize this while they're still there. What you have to do is, don't try to sell it, just get them to the meeting. So whatever you say is getting people to the presentation. And because we have live presentations and videos and everything, I ask my team to duplicate, and I tell them, we just want you to get people on the presentation and let the professionals handle it. That's how I was taught. My father told me, hey, listen, the more you talk, the less you make. The less you talk, the more you make. So we don't explain it or try to get into detail. We just get them on there. So I think that the key to that is duplicating and telling your team, hey, listen, let's get them on the meeting. Give people something to lose. People don't join because of what they're going to gain. I find that more people join something because of what they're going to lose. They're like, oh my God, I can't miss out on that, right? It's like when
Right.
Walmart drops their prices. Okay, their prices are literally the same all year round, but for some reason they jack them up before Black Friday, and then they
Right.
drop them down to what they were, and everyone goes and spends all their money. So
Right.
that's literally the key. I think the key is, got to go out, give people something to lose, and get them on the Zoom and let the professionals close them, and you follow up.
Love that. That's great. And you're so right. FOMO is a very, very, very powerful tool. It just is. It's the
Yeah.
way we human beings are wired, right?
Right, right, right. And then
Absolutely.
the thing about it is, I tell people this: if you have social media or you're a user of social media, like, the best thing you can do is to post your results of savings. Like, post the bill reduction stuff. Like, I got all those stuff in my presentations from my team that were posting. I got their screenshots, saving $380 in the first month, saving $25 on a $50 gas purchase. So I got all of these things from my team on social media. And I said, encourage them to keep posting and posting, because this is how we make content. I put these in my shorts, I use these, and I encourage my team, hey, do the same thing. And I think that is a really good key for anyone just starting Nexus Rewards is post your results. Even though you haven't recruited anyone, post how much you saved. People are watching you. Honestly, people don't think someone's watching, a friend is watching you, and they're like, whoa, okay, he's posting every week, and they're going to start adding up. Whoa, I think this guy saved like $150 in 4 weeks. Like, what is he doing? So yeah,
Right.
I encourage you. You have to let the results sell for you.
Absolutely. Now, I will confess that I am the world's worst saver. Like I'm not a coupon clipper. I don't pay attention to sales, but I am absolutely addicted to these dang apps. It's so fun. It's like, oh my gosh, I got 75 points today. Oh my gosh,
But gamify it, so it makes it really
Yep.
fun to do it. So yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
And
I'm scanning receipts like crazy.
yeah, exactly. Me too. And you know what I found out?
What?
Do you want no, this is an inside secret, Melvin, just
Okay,
between you and me.
let's.
We're not going to let anybody else know about this inside
All right.
secret. It's between you and me.
Okay.
So my husband sent me to the grocery store today to buy him 2 lottery tickets.
Okay.
Normally, I go and I get the receipt for $4 and I scan the receipt. You can scan your lottery ticket receipts.
Right.
But today I did something different.
Oh.
So normally, I scan the $4 receipt because I got the 2 tickets, so I get 25 points. Today, for whatever reason, the machine didn't print out the receipt, but I got the 2 lottery tickets. So I scanned 1 lottery ticket for $2 and it accepted it. I just scanned the lottery ticket and I got 25 points. And then I scanned the other lottery ticket and I got another 25 points.
Oh.
So I might not win the Mega Millions and I might not, but I got 50 points from my lottery tickets.
So wow, so you can scan the actual lottery tickets versus a receipt, and
I just tried to do that today and it worked.
Oh, I'd put that one in my. I'm gonna have to get that tip and kind of slide it to some people. That's a good idea. And so,
Yeah,
so literally, you can scan lottery tickets that cost you money because we know it's very hard to win, but they end up turning into money anyway.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So I just turned my husband's 2 losing lottery tickets into a win.
And so, and I mentioned, I asked anyone that's watching the channel, like, where else can you go in the direct selling business to where you can go somewhere and scan a lottery ticket and turn it into some type of profit towards your savings? Like,
there you go.
This is an amazing business.
It really is. Melvin, I just keep thinking, I don't understand why everyone, every single person in the US is not joining this business. Like right now, like what's there to question? It's $40 one time for life and $9.95 a month. There's a 7-day money back guarantee. If you join and you think, oh no, this isn't going to work for me or whatever, which I don't know why you would, because you and I have proved over and over and over again that you're going to save way more than $9.95 a month, way more if you take advantage of any of this stuff. I mean, on one of the apps, I'm up to almost $1,000 cash back in a year.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, okay, there you go. $1,000 cash back, right? In a year. So
that's like, I just don't think people understand the gravity of this. You just said $1,000 cash back in a year. And we're in an economy where people are like literally just losing their minds on, they're like, I mean, how am I going to pay for gas? And like, why is my job doesn't give me a raise? But here, doing something that you didn't really have to change. Like, the thing I like about is like, you didn't have to change your habits like of spending. You just continue to go where you normally go where you love to go. No one said, hey, you have to go shop at this store to get this, or you have to do, you just said, hey, I'm going to go where I go every day. And just doing that and using this platform, you got $1,000 back. That is like early Christmas.
Yeah, and that's just one of the ways, one of the apps, right? And one of the things I love about the bill reduction program, because people keep asking this, they're not changing. So let's take your cell phone, for example. They're not changing your service provider. They're not changing your package. They're taking your existing package and saying, okay, your existing service provider, your existing package, and they're just trying to reduce that bill for you
Wow.
without trying to get you to change anything. It's so crazy, crazy, crazy easy.
Wow. And you mentioned earlier, why everyone isn't in this business that takes a look at it. And the only thing I can come up with is that people just don't really believe the savings. And that's why
Yeah.
I tell people, like, you have to show people the savings because and we mentioned multiple streams of income, right? And we mention it a lot because people are doing different things. And I
Yeah.
think because of the low cost to entry of this, and I think because of how this is structured, and I think because you can even join for free,
Yeah.
we didn't mention that you can join for free and still save money. I think people are just not really seeing the value here. But I think if a person sat down and looked at the value, they realize, okay, I can still promote my main business. I won't
Yes.
take anything away from it. But what I am going to do is I actually could increase my retention with my auto ship of my higher tier product. And Nexus Rewards can also be that feeder program that can start a person off in $9.95. And then, if they want to, if they, they're going to trust you because think about it. If you just save a person, let's say Gloria's case, $1,000, why wouldn't they follow you in another venture? Because now you've gained their trust and you've proven their trust. So I think people miss the big picture when they look at this program, and it really shouldn't.
No, and here's another tip for anybody watching, and Melvin, I don't know if you've done this yet or not, but on your auto ships, if you're not getting a receipt from whatever company you're in, if you're not getting a receipt,
Wow.
you can log into the back office. So I take a picture of every receipt I get online, scan that receipt, get points. And if you don't get an email receipt to you, log into your back office of your company, look up your auto ships, and take a picture and you'll get points and you'll get money back. So you can get cash back on your auto ship from other companies with Nexus Rewards.
What? Yeah. Now, Gloria, you just blew the top off this entire thing. So you mean to tell me that, okay, I'm in a network marketing company, but your network marketing company is going to pay me for the receipts that I use on my network marketing company. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, like after hearing that, I mean, someone should be like, okay, where do I sign up at?
Well, in fact, go into Nexus Rewards and take a picture and you get paid cash back from your membership fee in Nexus Rewards.
Oh my, that's yeah. Like, look, you went to a person that was like, I ain't saving no money to like. I'm a savings technician now. I'm going to utilize all because it starts to get fun. And I think, as people, doesn't matter, tell people this, doesn't matter how much you make, I make a lot of money doing what I do with these restaurants and everything. But the thing is, how much money can you hold on to? And I think
Yes.
that's the problem we run into because most people don't think that, hey, the economy is affecting people who make really good money, but it is affecting everyone because I have a bottom line. I have employees that pay my expenses to run. Every restaurant has gone up. Food have gone up. Truck costs have gone up. The fact
Oh,
is, I actually took my commercial receipts from my supply company and I started scanning them into Fetch. And I'm like,
yeah.
well, Fetch is not going to take commercial invoices.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, it does.
They do. Yeah. Yeah. So membership fees. So any membership fees, your what am I looking for? Your affiliate fees for any
Mhm.
company.
Wow.
Scan those receipts. Fetch takes it's
Wow.
crazy. So yes, I love that. Thank you for my new name. I'm the savings technician now.
That's oh my gosh, yeah. Like I thought I knew every way to save until I got on the Zoom with Gloria, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, I don't know anything. I'm like I'm a baby. I need to learn."
So Melvin, my gosh, you and I have revealed so many secrets here tonight.
Oh yeah,
From
it's
lottery
a ton of
tickets to
gold.
auto ships to
Wow.
savings technicians. I
Yeah.
love it. So guys, look, connect with Melvin, connect with me. I don't care. We don't care. We just really, really, really want to help you save money. Like this is a complete and total no-brainer. Like, why wouldn't you do it? I don't know a soul, not a soul, who's not getting way more than their $40 one-time for life fee and their $9.95 a month back by using any of these things. And we haven't even scratched the surface of all the many, many ways. I mean, we haven't talked about the prescription drugs where you can
Oh
get
man.
% off. And you know, I've got team members saving, fortunately, I'm not on any medications, but I've got team members who are saving hundreds of dollars a month on medications, right? And travel and, oh, just craziness. So, Melvin, thank you so much for being willing to share some of your tips and your secrets. And I love your story and your
Pleasure.
wisdom from your dad. So thank you so much for being here tonight. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. This is awesome. And again, appreciate you, Gloria. And if you're watching Gloria's YouTube channel and you're seeing me on here, I'm probably going to share this. Make sure you subscribe to her too, because her videos are really, really good. And she doesn't mind if you put them on your capture pages and make money with them.
That's right. And check out Melvin's, because Melvin's videos are great too. So thanks so much, Melvin. Great to be with you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.